Assalamu alaikum. This is the constitutional advocate Gurez King, and good evening. This is the night time in the Pakistan. Tonight is the 5th of the January year 2025 Sunday, and I would address the new challenges of the marital transportation offences. So now I'm raising a landmark judicial question of today. The previous night I was critically re-examining the thoughts and the questions of the laws. The points of laws must be cleared. So when I observed that the mixed questions of the laws as well as the mixed question of the facts, this is a primary question of the English jurisprudence which the well-educated class of the human beings in Pakistan, they do not acknowledge while executing their official duties or their humanly duties or working hours in the public sector. Now I'm not talking about the private area of working, I'm talking about the official mandate in the Pakistan. So when it comes to understand, today I'm raising multiple applied area of the critically examining the historical miseventualities of the subcontinental divisions and the major portions of the unseen intangible crimes in the subcontinental divisions since the origination of the same into the map. We have to deliberately calm down in order to understand my view. So what have had been happening in the public so far in the subcontinent divisions? Now the human beings from the ancient times in the subcontinental divisions, they are manipulating the rights of the females in connection with the affairs of the modesty of the said females in question, decency of the said females in question, respect of the such females in question, and meanwhile manipulating to the said subject of the constitutional controversial mediums of subject of interrogations to the inclined area of the manipulated thinking of the male dominant societies. This is my prescribed terms. So the legal area of critically examining the rights of the human beings appears to be an outstanding, adjustable landmark judicial question which should be addressed to them in order to reconcile them. And the human beings, they are not willing to reconcile themselves because they consider the execution of a life is a compulsory thing without having the incremental force majeure or face value on the face value of doing a principal sorts of activity. So 90 to 80% groups of the females and males, they have produced in the subcontinental divisions out of a accidental way of inclined area of reproductive growth, checking or re-examining the thinkings of the human beings like the genders masculine and the feminine. So meanwhile while addressing such questions, I have observed that the major portion of the females has raised and the major portions of the males have declined in the Pakistan and India, Malaysia, all the subcontinental divisions, especially Asian specific area, territorial jurisdiction. The females produced such females are produced out of the hunger strikes, out of the poverty, out of the inflated area of economical sanctions of their male dominant societies. Some females were born. I have a very huge area of re-examining the critical examinations of the females in the whole of the globe as well. So while I was observing comparatively the observations of the females' rights in Pakistan, India and the other continental divisions of the globe, the females which are being produced and which were produced in Pakistan, in India and other subordinate countries, such females do not have the right of perpetual succession of a reconciled way of execution of a marriage, and such females involuntarily or voluntarily get associated with the negated tribe of the males in the public sector. Such males could be termed as the vagabond approved criminal, habitual offenders of the state as well, and they are doing the cost negated economical challenges in the public sector. As far as I observe, such activities principal negated activities as far as we all consider these things. So in this offense, in the evaluation of such factors, a primary ingredient which I observed, that is amounted as a marital transportations. Thereafter, when I observed the marital transportation offense in the Pakistan, I was surprised to observe in India as well that they just transport their females to the rich males of the other territories in order to accumulate the profit or the undue profit gain. So this is a surprising fact for me. I'm totally surprised. If the subcontinental individuals, they are willingly and forcefully selling their females with having a perpetual inclined way of the force majeure to the economical area of thinking, thereafter they would not have to expect modesty, decency out of such subject matter, that what such females are wearing in the public sector, they don't have such right. They lost such rights in the public sector. If someone is commenting on the character of a female, he should have to take the responsibility of the said female in question, despite of commenting over the character or the wearing apparels of the such females in de facto positions in the public sector. He is not a guardian ad litem of such female in subject of the constitutional controversial mediums. We have to clear these subject of litigations in the Pakistan. The human beings are not willing to collaborate such issues. They just comment over the character of the individuals by their wearing of the clothes, and after commenting the character of them, they just appeal to the said females in question in order to have the favors, negative favors. I don't like to raise such point over and over. Negative favors, you can understand this point. So when they are they want to have the negative favors, in humanly favors or the bodily favors or the that type of etc favors. So it is very easy in the subcontinental divisions. If you want to relocate with a female, you just harass her, blackmail her, even in the workforce, working area, and even in any area, and such females become automatically harassed, and out of harassment such females become a subject of marriage as well in some cases. So we have to be very cautious as to understand these points. Manipulated area of the humans thinking under the critical examinations of the rights of the marital resolutions after their proper valuations of their post graduation or after the master's degrees or PhD or so etc degrees, doctorate or doctorate. So they just pose to be very appealing to their surrounding in order to evaluate the rights of the marriage. This is their achievement. I'm ashamed to observe these factual disobedience of the females and males, both groups in the Pakistan, and the transgender as well. I'm totally out of my senses after observing such fluctuating confrontational battles of the human beings. They are after eatables, they are after money, they just want both things in the same shoes, but they do not have the time to execute their marriage and in order to evaluate their business transactions. They don't have the time for them. So why they are not considering the landmark judicial observations of the prior generation who were failed in order to evaluate the proper economical sources, and they are dying in the public sector? They don't have the geographical source of income, they don't have the economical source of income, they don't have the business enterprises, but they just have the inherited area of proprietary rights, and they are just offending over their inherited area of proprietary area of execution of things, and they expect huge achievements out of such stunts. And that is the sole affirmations which makes the females marital transportations under the business marriages in Pakistan firstly, and after that becomes the public servant marriages in the Pakistan. Both there I have declined the 2 points in this area, that when the females get married out of the necessity, the doctrine of the necessity, then such marriage would become a futile subject of the constitutional article 199 under the constitution in the Lahore High Court. And we are not observing the subjected questions of the laws in fact in existence, and we're doing stunts in the public sector. So the marital transportation offense had been happening in Pakistan since the evolution of the Asian times, and we are not stopping these offenses. We have to think about it. Stay blessed.